Let's get this stream started up. All right. What's going on, Chef? Yeah. Those Colts, I'm telling you, they're looking good now. These cats have done lucked up and got 3 freaking good quarterbacks in a row in the last 20 years to just run straight through an era of greatness. I mean, come on. The Jags got the exact opposite. Well, I won't say that. Minshew looks like he's going to be legit, but I don't believe it until he's won, 5-6 games straight. That's my thought on that. Let's see what we got here. Let me see. So what I did is I took off those pre-existing injuries because fuck all that. I want my damn Telvin Smith in there playing. I don't care what his whole thing is with football. So we gonna get that boy back in there. So I have been able to reach out to a few people I know in Jacksonville, and from what I understand, he ain't getting traded. And what's more, I think they're probably going to pay him a pretty nice contract at the end of the season. So I'm sure with more money, he'll be a little bit. He'll be a little bit happier. That was kind of what he wanted to begin with, right? Let's see here. We need to get us a whole damn offensive line. Man. All right. ready for this. Ready for this Texans game. You know what I'm gonna do? Since I already played through this game on the last one, I'm gonna sim through to what game was I on? Let's see here. Let's see. We're gonna sim through this one.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Okay, this is dope. Okay, I can download the real college draft class. You know, okay.
Here's a list of all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select a player to learn more. Select to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. A portion unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he is you just found a diamond in the rough. Other teams will undervalue this player.
Alabama right there, huh? Yeah, Antonio Clown done went nuts, hasn't he? Whoa. Where's Rondale Moore? Let's see if there's a way to get a new draft class in here. Oof. They don't. Rondale Moore's a preseason All-American, and they don't have him in here. Wow. These are supposed to be the real 2020 draft class? That don't make no sense. Set up for me, okay. Well, let's we're gonna sim through this week. RC, what's up? got Denver. Wow, they don't got that cat on here either. What kind of garbage is this? Whew, 6'6", you damn right we going for him. He gonna be in Arkham Asylum, huh? I hear you. Shoot. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's do this training. So right now we are 2-1. Going into week 4. Let's get ready for this game. Appreciate that, RC. Yeah, for sure. Hit that like button. Like. Tap that thing up. Invite your friends to the stream. Okay. That speed range, baby. Here we go. Time to start this show.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos.
Damn. Almost knocked this thing over.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos head out for their first drive, and at the controls in his first season in the Mile High City, a former Super Bowl champion in Joe Flacco. And in Baltimore, they drafted Lamar Jackson. Eventually, he would take over for Flacco Week 10 a season ago. So Flacco out. Well, the Broncos said, we still think he has some time left in his career. They bring him in for some stability at quarterback, something that they really haven't had in Denver since the departure of Peyton Manning after their victory in Super Bowl 50. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drip.
And that's caught inside the 30.
No.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And give him a gain of 37.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there.
No.
But when you hit them with some big
Hell the fuck no. Hell no.
pass plays early, takes the starch right out of them.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I.
What?
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A gain on the play. That's good.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And again, it's Flacco to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Screen.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it.
Come
Yeah, in the
on.
first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
Offside. Defense.
I shouldn't even have tried to block.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 yards there and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Flacco from the gun. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
No, Trubisky is the big question mark for the Cats.
This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
There we go. Now I got my playbook.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Breeze. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. The numbers a week ago for Westbrook. 8 catches, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
Fournette, a first down carry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
You ready? Check 53. Oh, here we go.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Let's stop. Let's stop.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
To try again after the sack. Flacco, he's got it. The tight end, Jeff Heuerman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The completion to Riddick. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Good job, D.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here,
Yes,
remember.
sir.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Past the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. Here's Flacco. Completes it to Fant on the right side.
Oh, come on!
After the completion,
What?
they're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to
Wow!
Denver. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. To throw again on second down. Flacco.
Ooh,
nearly
come on,
picked.
Bouye!
And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Bruce shoulder. 36. Ooh, going with that man D, baby. Man him up.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait in Hampshire Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando.
Oh,
alongside
what?
have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really
Oh,
are.
my
and I know
God.
that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this
39
one-handed
out the
catch
back
thing.
of the
But I think
end
the gloves
zone.
have to be helping in a big way.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to
where'd they
take
do that
over
at?
here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Breeze. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Breeze.
Oh, I threw that.
He'll
Come
be
on.
brought down by the Broncos. It's a
bullshit.
sack. The Jaguars now will use the last of their
Threw that
timeouts
ball.
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Whip, whip. Watch the whip. Shit.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's going to fire one into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
I'm coming after you.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down?
Let's go!
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Yellow weighty. Mike, 47. Let's go heavy. Let me what you got.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10.
Let's go!
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Conley, as the first half is winding down, and the Jaguars have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Here's Flacco, and this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Harrison, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Looking to throw on second down. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
36.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze.
Come on, what's up with this
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Derek Wolfe coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Flacco. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Flacco looks to throw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Play action, Flacco. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To pass, Flacco. This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jeff Hireman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point.
What was that?
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze.
Oh, what the?
Wants the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it.
One-handed. I see you, Miles Jack. Take that shit to the crib,
Miles Jack. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Breeze now on first down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Armstead. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He completes it to Westbrook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Oh, my God. How are we not blocking the best thing on the field?
Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
To throw is Breeze. He'll set up the screen to Fournette.
Whoa!
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? Yellow waiting. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Hey, Q tonight.
Breeze to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
That boy.
D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Shit, it'd be cool if I could. Not gonna lie. Mark, get on that hot boxing with Tyson. That'd be dope.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Flacco and the Broncos now down 21-14, a minute 13 to play. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Huge first down, got a 30, can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Push him back.
Setting to throw, Flacco. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring out the 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Go ahead and close that out.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game.
This player's development trait is hidden. Put this player in your lineup and evaluate him on the field to unlock his true potential.
Oh, we need to get us some tackles. We need to get some tackles. We need to get everything on the O-line. All right, RC. See you later, brother. Have a good one. Out there, huh? We might have to go get old Frank Gore, baby. Mm. 3.5. Damn. We'll sign him. wish there was some offensive linemen. Linebacks. Ain't no even serviceable offensive lineman out there. Okay. Left outside. All right. All right. All right, we ready to do it. Here we go. 3-1 on 3-1. This is gonna be a big one, right, Chip? All right. Going over there. You already know what uniforms I want to wear. Yep. Go. Bum, 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 bum.
Can McCaffrey?
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Ready? 780. Mike, 44. Pick me up. Here we go.
Oh, he just pushed him off the line.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Newton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Again.
Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Here's McCaffrey. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 18 carries, 72 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Just like that.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Newton delivers this one to McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, it's Newton.
Oh!
This is caught. It's
What?
Greg Olsen.
Come on.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
The former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett, the rookie with a carry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Cam's going to run the option right.
Oh!
Take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready, 5-9. Check, watch it before, Get that quick.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week: 9 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20 plus.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
What?
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Hey, high 7.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze.
Why is he
And a
going
big
out?
loss here as he's taken down.
It's supposed to be delay release.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And shoving his way inside the 35. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium. Well, the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks.
Ready. 30 base. Right there, 56. I'm coming.
Maximum football's coming out next week. Yeah, I heard.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Down. 10 Tucson. Hey, pick your game up. Check 37. Ready.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he is tackled
Where's my
inside
other
the 40,
linebackers
not
at?
quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good
Dare
money.
you to run that read option.
Now it's the backup Greer. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn to either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Looking to throw again on second down. Greer. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Why?
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 2nd and a couple. Greer, his pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Can own the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown.
Look out the black and mild.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Out the
Down
gate.
2 touchdowns.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, 79 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, there's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. 1 play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, it's Greer. And caught left side, Olsen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Faster. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Mike Martin, what's going on, brother?
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, the 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Shotgun now for Breeze. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Breeze to throw again. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. The final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Here's Breeze to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So instead of 4th down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense.
Hold up. Don't we got Frank Gore? Let's sign Frank Gore. Okay, he's in there.
Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Gore. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish?
Oh, it's PI!
To a minimal game.
Wow.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Gore fighting him off, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Hey, easy.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Safarian-Jenkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what you're
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball.
Wow!
And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Luke Kuechly. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Is there anything Luke Kuechly can't do on the field?
Doesn't seem to be the case.
I mean, we just saw the sack there, right? We know he's terrific in pass coverage, but what I like is his intelligence, the way he gets a defense set, and he actually audible defenses when he sees what...
And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Greer and the Panthers set to go 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Oh, my God!
Finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big play there from McCaffrey. 43 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here I come.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down near the 15. There to bring him down, Avery Jones.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a good priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Give me this cat.
On 2nd and 9, Greer. This is caught. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Even in the
Give
game.
them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Back to throw, Greer. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the slap.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Yeah.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now it's Greer.
Wow.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Chris Hogan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well.
Hey,
The route, the throw, touchdown.
A very important extra point there, up and good. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, what a move. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Fournette. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Gore. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Fournette running right. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Hey, easy. Banjo, 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 banjo.
for it. It's Breeze.
Come on, man. Why
Can't
you taking
get
so
a
long to
throw
throw
away.
it?
He's taken down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
Mike spoke first. I heard you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Leonard Fournette. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. This from 51 yards for the win. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
No, you don't. God damn it.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down at the
knew they was
very
gonna try
end.
that
They got
shit.
the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Jaguars, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss will move them back to 3-2
Yep,
on the
assigned
year.
Frank
And
Gore.
they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside
to know? What's the hell the media want to know? Mm-hmm. You know how the media do. They try to hit you with all kinds of shit. Look, my dude. Whoa. Why are they trying to make an offer like this? What kind of garbage ass offer is this? I mean, what does cat want? What does he want? What does he want? Deep pass flood, cover 2. We're going to send him to training. Alright, here we go. Damn, why are you so close to the damn screen?
everybody.
last
It's
game
the
of the
coach,
night.
and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
Do it.
Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line between the New Orleans Saints and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ready, 5-9. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's got a man, complete. Give him 32 on the play. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Breeze. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a play fake. Breeze. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Lee, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Teddy Bridgewater, we coming for you, baby. We coming for you.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater.
Whoa!
He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Bridgewater now. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they can't corral him. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Nice!
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, easy.
From the 35 on second down, Breeze. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
There's Breeze. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Breeze now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll run with Fournette. He'll get the first down inside the 20, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Bridgewater. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
He's got Thomas yet again complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The open man is Smith. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 24 yards.
A lot of time to throw the ball, boys.
First opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And incomplete. Thomas the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Bring the heat.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's see what you got.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing any. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Check 99. Check 99.
On play action. Now Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lee. He'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run past
What
option.
the fuck was
and the
that?
Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
SOS.
Good, 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 good. High 4, ready. Ready, catch.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Well, later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with the powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. A gain of 6 there on first. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater, wide open receiver, complete. 12 yards there and a first down. Throwing is Bridgewater. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to wind up in air. Got a man. It's caught.
Wow!
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Lutz to try to add the PAT.
Don't you say it either. Don't you say it.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Damn! Can I get a block?
And he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team leads the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Breeze now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Just lay his ass out. Fucking right.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Bridgewater. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A nice looking play to start the drive. Down
we knew they was going to give it up.
And the Jags grab it. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
12. Over.
From the gun, it's Breeze.
Whoa, wow.
Incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 44, Bridgewater throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear
Let's
it?
go!
He's got daylight. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Teddy Bridgewater and the Saints set to take over. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just
looking for good, and it's intercepted.
Yeah, so we
Picked off at the 38.
What's he do? Give it
He
up.
may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you turn the back seven on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
He's still gaining the yard. Damn. All right.
Ready. 95-56.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Now Fournette. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
21.
Any day.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
44 is the most. All right, D, let's all right, D.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. Broke a tackle, but not much room there. Just up past the 25, no further. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Play action now. Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
Come on!
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
But that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back now in Jacksonville. On 2nd and 2, Breeze. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
it's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Fournette. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs. And hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still important because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This cat over here with gloves on
that
both
one in
hands.
there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Watch the screen.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. Got a man, it's Brown. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. To the air again with Bridgewater. Open man is Michael Thomas.
What?
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow,
I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The second down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Now we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
11.
He's back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. Kill. Watch Mike.
Now Breeze. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Jaguars on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw.
Hold the ball!
Incomplete.
Fucking bum!
They still need 1 completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
Ready.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Sammy.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze.
Oh,
And
come
incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. So the defense has to stay out and get 1 more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Are you shitting me?
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time.
Well, that'll do it for this one. Appreciate you guys. I don't know how I lost that game. Don't know how I lost. Somehow I lost. And whatever. So that's going to be it for this stream. Appreciate everybody coming on. I will catch y'all on the next one tomorrow. 10 p.m. Be there. Be square. We're going to have it going down.